Well, there you go, guys, the actual full frame is in. Window is in. All I've got to do is putty it up now and then give it a sand back and a paint, and then I can get the window, the glass ordered, and then I can put that in, and that's part done. Now basically once I've filled up the little bog holes and done a little quick top coat on top of that, I can start putting the rest of the acoustic treatment on the walls, and basically finish it off now that the floor's done and that's done. And then all I've got to do is get glass and doors. There you go. 90% of the room is complete. You see, and then I've just got to put in the last 6.3 pog or 1/4 inch jack in there. That'll go in today, and all I have to do is glue that panel in there, right down there at the bottom, and then one on that side, and then there's two to go in that corner there, and this room is finished. As you can see, the carpet's all in, panels are done, all nicely finished. I'll be finding out the price for the glass today, and beginning next week I'll be ordering the door. So maybe a couple of weeks and we're done. Okay, so that's the outer skins, all padding's in. I've added some cable, you can see out the floor there. That's going to be a double power point again, which I've joined off from the inside one. And of course that's the light switch cabling. It's a 3-ganger. Can't actually get a standoff for it, so I've got to actually mount it into the wall. That's why the hole's so big. Okay, so the outside trim's going to go on today, and then I'll put in the glass. Alright, the trim's on. As you can tell when you cut these things, they never quite join nicely. You've got gaps, undersized stuff, and just slightly out, but all the nails are in. I have knocked them all the way in. For simple reason is, as you can see, this one I think, see you've got a ding just in there. That's from getting too close. So use a center punch just to push them the rest of the way in. And basically now I can get into, because I can basically leave that, it's not that big a worry, it's all painting on the outside, and I can get the window in now, or windows. What I've done now is I've set the center posts in, so this is now nailed in, so it's basically in the center of both sides. It's all trimmed up, and as you can see I've now bogged up all the edges. I've bogged up the nail holes in here, so I'm letting that dry, go get some brekkie. And then one piece of glass will sit this side, one piece of glass will sit that side, and it'll have about 10mm gap. And then because I've run out of trim, which is a real pain in the bum, I'm going to have enough to at least hold the glass in, so I'll put a bottom one in and a top one in on each side. So there's the two for the inside, and this is for the outside one. And then I'll have to go and get some more timber of this little stuff and paint it up and get it all ready and all that sort of stuff and put it in. But at least I can get the glass in, so it'll kind of look like that, I suppose, when she's finished. I'll tell you, some of these timber is a pain, but anyway, there she is. So it'll end up with a smallish gap. And the upside I have, if worst comes to worst, I can put another glass this side or another glass that side, or I can put 4, so I can have 4 pieces of glass through here if it really needs it. But I'm hoping that the 2 will do. If not, I can just, like I said, I can just add on either side and add another piece of glass. I could probably get, I can definitely get 2 more, so I could actually get 4 panes of glass through here, but we'll see. But anyway, there you go. I'm going to go and have some brekkie. I'll let this dry, and we'll come back and give it a quick sand, and then a little bit of paint, and then put the glass in. Now she's all sanded, ready for a bit of paint. And then we'll let it dry for about an hour. Then the glass is going in. God, it takes some time, I tell you. All nicely painted. she's just going to sit and dry for a little while. And hopefully she dries enough in this cold weather so I can actually go along and put the glass in. There we go. The first piece of glass is in. Just got to clean the outside of it. Like I said before, I've only been able to put the tacker at the top and the bottom to hold her in. It's got silicone all the way around, but measurements are all wrong, so I end up I've got to get another strip of this timber. But that'll hold it in place and let the silicone on the inside dry. I had enough space, thank goodness. I was really worried that it wasn't going to fit in, but it wasn't a problem at all. It just fell into place. So there you go. My first dead ring is in. Now I go on the inside. I've got to make sure the glass on the inside's clean before I put it in. Make sure she's clean, because once the glass is in, that's it. You're not going to be able to clean the inside, so I've got to make sure that's clean first. There you go. I'm pretty happy. It's in. The two glasses are in. They've come up really, really well. Just to show you here too, if I really need to, like that's the two slabs of glass in there. This is another one here I could put if I needed another one, and then I'll put another one on the inside. So basically, you could, if you wanted to, add another lot. But at the moment I'm going to try with just the two slabs of glass. I can tell you putting the second piece in is pretty hard, because you've got to make sure one side of it's nice and clean. Because once it's in, you can't do anything with it. But there you go, she's in. I'm pretty happy. Next time off, I'll just, I'll put a bit of silicone, put new pieces in there to finish that off. When I put the door on, I'll wire that up. Next week, it's not even connected yet, so I'll just have that ready for the electrician. And then I've got to get the Sparky out to turn the light on and all that sort of stuff for me, and that's it, ready to go. And my booth is, it is so close to being finished. I've already ordered the door. The door's on its way. It's got to get cut down for me and all that sort of stuff to fit in this doorway. It's going to have the holes drilled in it for the door handle and the hinges. So basically all I've got to do when it turns up here is give it a paint and then hang it. And that's the door finished. Then my booth is fully operational. So by the end of this month, mate, I'm off and racing. And then I'll be, studio for hire. Okay, this is the sound booth. I've just got to paint the wall, but that's the window, the glass is in. That's the light switch cable there. There will be a power point down there. And this is the booth itself. I've just ordered the door, so that's got to come in. So when you step in, I've put a shelf in. You can see, take the light out a little bit. Okay, so that's a completed booth. There's a light there. There's the XLR inputs. And that's my microphone that I made. So it's not microphone, this is my headphone setup. So the input, the volume pot, 1 and 2. And of course the glass. So hopefully it's loud enough. I can go and put another lot of glass in. There's double in there now at the minute. So I've just got to putty it up a little bit where the nails went in. That's about it, and that's the booth. So that's what she looks like. And yeah, so she's pretty well done. I've got a door I've just got to wait for, and that's it. There you go, there's my sound booth. Alright, so there's my door. Okay, I've just hung it. Bit of mucking around, the frame's not perfectly square, but anyway. And the guys that pre-hard drilled forgot the tongue hole. Anyway, I'll fix that up. So that's her when she's shut. Okay, so she's looking pretty damn cool. So I've got to put the trim in and stuff like that yet, but we're pretty close to being finished. There you go, pretty impressed. Alright, so close, should be recording in a week. Brilliant. There we go. Okay, a bit mucking around, and a bit of trimming in here because she was a bit out. She's not quite square, this frame, but not much you can do about it. So I've had to take about 5mm off that corner and then chamfered it back so she came back on an angle so she fits nice. And I've just put the door handle on.
Alright, so that's in. So all this stuff will come off ready so I can paint and put the trim on and everything like that. But and then I'll put the door jamb in because that's going to have some padding on it to kill out the sound. And there's the door. She's done. Okay, so now it's time to put the trim on, organise that, do a bit of painting, and yeah, pretty well that's my studio. My booth is ready to go. I've got the Sparky coming out the first day of my first 5 off, so I can get the lights put on, get switches moved around a bit, so there'll be a light switch just here, and the power point will go on there, and there's another one inside the booth, and then of course you'll have the booth light and everything working. So yeah, getting excited now. It's that close, the door's on, so wife and I are going to sit down and have a look at some colours tonight, and then we'll work out what colour we're going to do it. And that's my booth. Am I stoked or what? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, beauty.
I've prepped it up for the electrician today. I've done all the pre-wiring. That there is going to be where the power points connect, or the junction box is going to get. I'm going to get the junction box just sitting there and get them to wire it up, so that's where we join power points when we want to add them. Okay, so I've got that in. And then I've run another lead down, and that there's now the replacement light cable, which actually at the moment runs along here and down here, which will get disconnected today and will be replaced by that cable there. And the other cable actually running across the top there is my new power point. For the minute I've got a bit of conduit and the power point on a board down there, so that will today power my console. Here you can see on the right hand side there's a square box, so the one on the left is actually just a PowerPoint outlet, and that there will be used as a light switch for the lovely little downlights that I'm going to put in at a later stage, but they're done through a 12 volt unit, so you plug it in and then it drops it down to 12 volt, and that will be run through the 3-gang switch, which is going to be there today. So that's going to be used for a later day, but at least it'll be all fitted off and done. And also I'm going to get the conduit from here. I'm going to get that power point there put down here where that power board is, and then there will be another one in here behind my amps. So I'll get two lots of power points put in today, and then run back to the corner, and then of course up to where the power point is. Okay, so that'll be done today, and then my room is pretty well ready to go, and I can get into my booth. I've got a client coming in on Friday. Today is Wednesday, to do some recording in the booth, and I'll paint it up, make it all pretty later on, but that's it. There you go, guys, the electricians have been. Okay, so I've got my lovely light, so that's my main light. Oh, that just made everything go funny. And then if you look inside the booth there, we turn this next little switchy poo on, and there you go. The booth is ready to go. That was the end of it. That's all I had to get done. Okay, so I've got my switch. That there, of course, is doing nothing, but the power's connected. Everything's in. I've got a power point put there. It's just on a board at the minute because the wall's going to go there and then it goes through. So there's one there, one there, and the one at the back there that runs the console. All done, completed, fan-bloody-tastic. He's done that connection there for me. Used the old conduit that was there before, ran it in and did my main light. So there you go. Really all I need to do now is a little bit of paint at a later stage, and I'll take the door back off and give it I'll give it a paint. My lovely thinks for a music studio, a nice orange, and we'll do the walls in a nice purpley colour, just to give it a bit of brightness. So there you go. I am absolutely wrapped. It's come from the mind, imagination to reality. So there you go. Now it's time to start recording. Cheers, guys.